This afternoon we've come to Shima Kitazawa. It's an area that's known for vintage and second-hand clothes shops and little cafes, and it's supposed to be quite trendy. So as Harajuku becomes more commercial, I've been thinking about where else in Tokyo is known for alternative fashion and that sort of thing, and Shima Kitazawa is one of those places. So maybe this is going to be the Harajuku of the future. See what you think. We're going to take a look around. While I do love Harajuku and it's one of my favourite places in Tokyo, every time I go I notice it becoming a bit more touristy and crowded and a bit less of what it used to be. I thought it'd be interesting to show you a less well-known area of Tokyo that's also known for being alternative and a bit quirky. There's new Japan videos on my channel every Thursday if you want to subscribe. So now let's take a walk around Shima Kitazawa. Here's a shop I recognise from Harajuku, B-Side Label, my favourite sticker shop. It's really cool, look how colourful it is, and the stickers have all got really good designs. Matching! Apparently if you come here really early in the morning before all the shops are open, you can see loads of cool artwork on the shutters. Why have boring shutters when you could have cats on them? If you like photography, you could get loads of great shots of all the cute shops and cafes, the street art, and all those picturesque Japanese streets. There's a tiny little house at the end of the street, really cute. Can you hear that? There's a MIDI version of Let It Go from Frozen just playing in the streets. In quite a lot of shops and restaurants here, you hear the sort of fake MIDI versions of songs instead of the actual music. It seems to be what's normal in Japan. There's a speaker in the street lamp up there, and all the way along the streets it's just playing to everybody. The core name for a shop, the dark end of the street. Doesn't look particularly dark stuff inside, leather handbags. Just spotted this vending machine with meals and food in it. Let's see what they've got. Some roasted soybeans in the top right. Hard to tell what some of these things are without being able to read the labels properly. There's some donuts. 440 yen. What's that? Wasabi. Okay, I need to get better at Japanese. When I saw sabi, I automatically thought wasabi, as you would, but it actually is sabis, as in service goods. I think it's some sort of daikon radish appetizer. Here's a cute shop, Sweet Twist. They've got crepes, milkshakes, shaved ice in desserts. This shop, New York Joe Exchange, it says they buy, trade and sell, and some people have been bringing in lots of their old clothes to sell. It's not quite colourful enough for me, but they have a lot of vintage clothes in there. And the building's really strange. It is half normal wood floor, and then at the back it's all tiles and a sort of step down as if it used to be a bath or something. I was right! It turns out this shop, New York Joe Exchange, was built in an old public bathhouse, and lots of the clothes are from America. This area is a bit like Amemura in Osaka. There's a video about it on my channel. It's alternative, not too shiny, and there's lots of interesting things to look at in the streets. Look at this house, it's completely different from all the others. I've noticed everywhere in Japan, all the buildings don't seem to match, and that's part of what makes it look interesting, all the different styles of architecture. Lots of variety, not all the buildings looking the same. Yes, Cafe Usagi no Ehon. A rabbit cafe up there. And look how cute the stairs are. Sounds good to me. Gyoza pub, fried rice ramen, gravy gyoza. All these places are really small and independent, and there's so many really cosy looking little cafes and bars and restaurants. It's similar to Koenji, which also has a lot of thrift stores and cafes, but Shima Kitazawa feels more built up. It's got more of a city feel. And if you want to see more about Koenji, there's a video on my channel. Here's Doc Martens. I've only seen a couple of chains like this. Most of the shops are independent. This is a good idea. This place, Nan Station, serves all different things served on a naan bread. Look at these little guys on the railing, so cute. I think it's a good place to visit on your second or your third or fourth trip to Tokyo. Go without too much of a plan. Spend the afternoon browsing the shops, go into some cozy cafes or some bars in the evening. Look at this circus. It's a circus themed opticians. They sell glasses. A bit more fun than Specsavers. Now they've got 80s and 90s vintage glasses and sunglasses. You don't normally see second-hand glasses frames. Some of the shops we've been in are decorated so nicely. We were just in one that had all fake plants everywhere, and they'd hung out the jewellery in like little houses with little cats and things. It was really cute, and it's really good to see people making an effort with their shop displays and making them really individual and unique. I really like how there's so many independent shops here and not just chain stores and well-known brands. You can see there's a lot of love gone into everything. It just makes it more interesting to see things that aren't the same as you see in every town centre. We've just crossed over the train tracks, and everything I showed you before was all on one side of the train tracks, and there's a load more this side as well. There's a big bar here in a sort of batting cage. It's all outside. It's called Corona Winter Sauna, and they've actually got hot tubs in there. Here's what you do at the winter sauna. So you get changed, then you have a shower, there's a cool bath and an outside sauna. That must have been the thing we saw that I thought was the hot tubs. This is Shimokita Cage, a pop-up space that has different events throughout the year. So each time you go, there'll be something different. This map's really confusing. This side we've got London, Westminster Abbey, the River Thames, Battersea Park. Then this side we've got Setagaya Park in Tokyo. It's all Tokyo. And then we've got Big Ben. Oh, that's this. This is Big Ben. I get it now. Or do I? I'm not sure. Look, Phil actually won something from the claw machine. He won me this Sumiko Garashi purse. So everything I showed you was just on one side of the train tracks. If you want to see a slightly different side to Shimokitazawa, cross over to the other side where it's a little bit more commercial. There's some arcades and karaoke and things here, but there are lots of vintage shops and individual places this side too. So is Shimokitazawa the Harajuku of the future? It's certainly very different to Harajuku, but whereas in Harajuku I see more and more touristy stuff and things that are brought there just for tourists to buy, whereas here it's still very authentic and it's a very different style. It's not cute or kawaii or crazy or that colourful really. It's kind of more normal but also quirky, especially if you like vintage clothes. It's really good. It's just a pleasant place to walk around with all the little shops and cafes and bars. And I like how creative it is, seeing bits of artwork everywhere and paintings, and just how the shops are presented in a really creative way. The other main difference from Harajuku is it's a lot more laid back with a relaxed atmosphere. Maybe it's the time that I've come here, it's quite late in the day, some of the shops were closing, but it's just not as crazy and packed and busy and full of tourists as Harajuku is. So it's a lot more pleasant to just stroll around really. It feels a lot more like the back streets of Harajuku, but maybe less stylish, more authentic feel. So should you come here? Certainly if you like vintage clothes or you want somewhere to stroll around for a while, or if you just like alternative, creative things in general. You can get here from Shinjuku on the train. It was the Edakyu line, just a couple of stops. It's outside the main centre of Tokyo, but only just. It's really not far away, only as far out as Nakano is. I hope you enjoyed this look around Shimokitazawa. We've seen some interesting things. The Big Ben of Tokyo, an optician themed like a circus, and we've been serenaded by Disney songs in the streets. I've got some more tours of areas of Tokyo coming up. I thought I'd mix it up and have a little break from the Hokkaido videos. So there's lots coming up and new videos every Thursday if you want to subscribe. I'll see you next week.